Hi everyone, thanks very much for tuning in to Smash Factor TV. Today's video coaching tip, we're getting you to load and explode in that golf swing so you hit your best, furthest golf shots ever. Let's go and have a look at how we're going to do that with some more game-changing golf coaching. So today's video tip, we're going to have a look at how to get you loading into your right side a lot better so that you can explode out of it and generate a lot more power. So what we need to do here is when you swing back, we've got to make sure that we create more pressure into your right foot. So as you set up, if you're hitting an iron, you're going to set up and you're going to be quite even with the pressure in your feet, maybe 55% in your left foot, 45% in your right foot would be really good setup percentages for an iron. And when we swing back, we want to make sure that as you swing back, we're loading more pressure into this foot. So we're pushing into the ground more into the right foot, and we want to try and get that the pressure moves up to say 80% quite early in that back swing, so before we get to the top of the swing, so that we can now, as we go into transition, so transition is this part of the swing here, so as the upper part of the body is still rotating to the top of the backswing, the lower part of the body is now pushing out of the right foot and towards the target. So we're starting to get that the upper body's completing the swing when the lower body is already driving towards the target. That will get the sequence of movement really good on that downswing, so we'll shift the pressure into the left foot. The pelvis will move towards the lead foot and start to rotate. Then the rib cage will accelerate, and then the arms will release with the club, and it'll create a lot of speed in the club head as you go through the ball. So I'm going to show you a little drill here that you can do to start to get that feeling, to really help you with what that right leg should feel like it's doing during your golf swing. Okay, so if we use a resistance band here, this is going to help us learn what this right leg needs to feel like it's doing a little bit more. And if you practice doing this, you'll be able to get this feeling much more easily in that right leg when you're swinging your golf club. So I've just come over to this side of the studio where we've got an upright secured to the floor. So that's all you need to do, is secure the other end of the resistance band to something that's not going to move. Okay, so if we just wrap this around the upright and then create a loop, so that's really secure onto there. And then what I'm going to do is we're just going to step into this. Okay, and I'm just going to pop this up round by my pelvis. So now as I step to the left, my right leg has to act as an anchor, because as I start to take the resistance up from this, or the slack up from this resistance band, the band is now pulling me back this way. And in order for me to stop that happening, I have to engage this right leg. And you'll feel where in the right leg, where in the, sort of the hips, the glute, where in the right leg now starts to go tense, so that the muscles are keeping you in position. So I would just pull out to the left as much as you can if you're a right-handed golfer. This leg has now gone quite solid. It's really acting as a stabilizer and as an anchoring point down at that angle. So I'm pushing down that way into the floor. And now when I make my backswing, that's the feeling I want in that right leg, that feeling that I'm pushing down into the floor that way, and I'm not getting pulled over at all. So when I get to the top here now, my leg feels like it's ready because it's loaded up here. It's acting like that anchor, and I'm rotating around it. I'm going to generate a lot more coil in my swing. And from here as well, if we let go of the resistance band now, I would fire that way. So it's really going to give me that sort of load into the right leg feel, and then how to push out of it. If you did a bounding exercise, you'd want to jump to the right, anchor your leg and push straight back out of it. That's the feeling that that right leg wants to have when you're swinging back. The feeling of when you land at this angle, you don't kind of let your pelvis move over the top of your foot and wobble over. You land at this angle, and as soon as you've landed, you push back, straight back in. All you would do with your golf swing is, if you start here, swing the club back, step to the right, push back out as you hit, and you're trying to get the leg to be explosive in that way, so you're loading and exploding out of your leg. It'll get you hitting the golf ball a lot more solidly and much, much further. It's another game-changing golf tip.